Welcome back to Fishing Dorset Live. Welcome back to a bank holiday weekend. Today's Sunday. We're going after bass and mullet. Yes, you heard it here. I'm going to try my luck for mullet today. Got two brand new rods, two brand new reels. Different style of fishing that I've always wanted to do. The tide's literally just running out now. I'm well early, but it gives me a chance to show you very easy setups. If you look at my previous video where I had the bass on the float, this is the setup. I didn't quite show it properly, but it's not connected to the rod. We have got a 60 gram Tronics Pro float. Now you can actually cast this out quite a distance. You don't need to get the heavy one, but they do like yellow, orange, blue. Now what I have got there, the trace, probably about 3/4 of a metre long. You see it there. 3 split shot, just to keep the bait down to a size 2. Now this one will be going out on the Black Rock Marine All-Rounder, carbon fibre, 10-foot, 2-piece. This is a beautiful rod. What I've got it down to is the brand new Black Rock Lumex 4000 reel. I've put 18 pound mono on there, no shock leader. I'm not cracking out at distance. That's the first setup for my mullet fishing. I've had this rod for a while now, and I'm glad I've got it because I'm going to try it out. I have got the Black Rock Mullet Master 2-piece. Old school. Look at this. This is cork. Absolutely beautiful. And that's what I like. I like a bit of old school. Now this was part designed by Bass Bands Fishing, another channel on YouTube. So I will be trying it. Now I've got this down to the Sterling GT 5000 reel. Again, I've put 18 pound mono on there. Now the rig I'm using on this today for the mullet, if I can stop it spinning around, small head on there, and I've got a 2-hook paternoster, little pop-up, size 4 chenus. I've got a long weight. I've got a bit of ragworm left over, which I used this morning. I had a bit of success with, but when I was down here on low water, the mullet were everywhere. The sun's shining a little bit, it's not so cloudy, so I'm going to give it my best shot today and try and bag me a mullet. I've always wanted to do it, I've just never bothered. I have caught one mullet in my whole life, and that was on a lure, and it was foul hooked, and in my eyes it didn't count. Yes, I landed it, but it doesn't count as for me catching it. I can't wait. So size 2 chenu from Cox and Roll, little bait pop-ups and a little stop on there. I've got a long wait, but I'm going to sit here. I've got a packed lunch that my wife done me, so big up Mrs. Fishing Dorset. Enjoy the sunshine what's left of the day, and then we're going to get into some fishing, and hopefully I can bring you back with either a bait caught bass on ragworm or a bass or mullet caught on bread. Can't wait. I'll bring you back in a couple of hours, guys, because it's a long wait for low water. Right, that tide's slowly coming in. I think we're a bit shallow to get the mullet rod out, so what I'm going to do is bait up the all-rounder with a bit of rag, and it is literally, it's not too bad actually. Some of it's on its last legs, but I've had it and I've not even fridged it, so it has lasted quite well. But what I'll do, I had a couple, I'll try and save the better ones for tipping. So what I've done, head 2, and then I get a nice juicy one feed it on. I'll give you a quick look in a minute. Like that, push them down, wipe my spuds. I'll adjust the camera, maybe not. There we go. That's on the float. I just took the camera up a little bit now, but I've got to be very careful. You have to excuse the wobble on the camera there. I have to be very careful with obviously having two rods out there, so I need to make sure which way this float will go. Beautiful. That's well out there. That's well and truly. That's a good thing about having the floats, the weighted floats. It does work. What I have noticed about the black rock reels, they are cheap, but not nasty cheap. The clutches are really good. The old ratchet's really just a quick turn and the ratchet's on. They're budget reels, but blooming good reels, I can tell you that, as you know on my channel. But the wind's pushing the float down, so I've got to be very careful. There was a few snags down this last little bit. But we're fishing. And what I'll do is I'll wait probably another 15-20 minutes, and then I'll get the mullet out. Once I see the mullet start feeding, I've already prepped up a load of bait in the water. Now I'm going to try for a bit of mullet fishing. Right. Now the mullet rod. Just get a bit of slack on there. All I've got to be careful of is, like this morning, I don't get a fish and snag up two lines. Beautiful fresh bit of bed, tear a bit off. I could be doing this totally wrong, but I'm learning. Never done this before. Watched loads of it. Now it's my turn to have a go. Basically, get the bread on there. Crimp it like a pasty. I'm trying to keep my eye. Beautiful floater there. Let's get me other line out. But the reason I've gone for a small lead, because of the mud here. If you put too heavy a lead on, you cast it out, hit the water, and it will snap all my gear off. But that water's not taking long to come up. Same again, I'm just keeping my eye on the float. Oh, there's a fish around my float, there's a fish around my float. I've just seen a fish come up on my float. Go on, I've just seen a beautiful swirl right around my float. Two baits. My first attempt, if I could get me line out my tripod, at mullet fishing. Let's get this one I cast out. I'll cast this one to the left. Yeah, there we go. Straight out. I'm glad I went for a light lead there. Set the ratchet. Both rods out. I have got a lure rod, but that tide comes up. And by the time I finished here, I probably will go out on the lures within this video as well. Cross your fingers, guys. Can I catch a mullet on bait, on bread, for the first time in my whole life? Never tried before. Quite excited. Will it happen? It'd be nice if it does. That temperature's well and truly dropped. Got my woolly hat on, got my fleece on. Last couple of days of sun, you certainly know when you ain't got it. I've had nothing yet. I put my rig out with the mullet with about 3 lots of bread on there now. That tide's absolutely ripped in tonight. While I'm sat around waiting, I might just get my lure rod out and have a quick go with my lure rod. I've got the clutches set, so if anything does rip, it'll just drag. Giving it my best shot. I can see this mullet fishing's going to be a bit frustrating, but what I've done, I've got it right in the margins where the mullet feed, right along the rocks, and then we'll see what happens. If not, this could be a total bust today. Welcome back. Monday morning. Last night, total bust, absolutely nothing. So what I'm going to do, I don't normally do it, is I'm going to carry the video over, because at the start of the video it shows you the setups, and I've got exactly the same setups this morning. It's currently about 7 o'clock. Just got myself a Greggs, nice coffee, bacon and sausage bat. That tide's just coming in, and I'm going to do exactly the same again this morning. I'm going to fish that tide up. I've got my mullet master, which I'm going to put my paternoster on with bread, and I've also got my float rod, which is the marine all-rounder. I'm going to put that out. Somebody saying hello this time in the morning going past. I've also got my lure rod as well, so I have got the opportunity for 3 aspects of fishing to see if I can get any bass or any mullet. I really love a mullet, I really would. And like I said at the start of the video, I have never ever caught a mullet or even tried to catch a mullet. I'm just watching for movement. The water's like glass again this morning. But yesterday morning, the mullet was all in the shallows, right in the margins. It's a little bit warmer than last night as well. So I've got the sub sorted, I'll get my rig set up. It's exactly the same setup as this morning, as yesterday morning. Fingers crossed we can hit something. There is mullet everywhere. I've put my rod right down in the margin. That's where they're working. Put a load of bread out there. This mullet fishing isn't easy, and I know it. But once you get that first one, the buzzer's going to be there. They're supposed to be a much better fighting fish than a bass. Nothing on the ragworm at all. On the float. I'll get my lure rod out in a minute, have a few casts out there. But the mullet are catching on top of the water, big tails coming out of the water, feeding off the bottom. It's a beautiful morning. If this is a blank, so be it. But once I pack up from here, I will be going further up on my lures and just see if I can pull some out just to save the morning. There's mullet everywhere. Just shame I haven't got a zoom on the GoPro. No wind, cloudy, it's warm. So the float this morning is not cutting it like the previous video. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch the previous video with the float. It's the first time I've actually done it down here on a float. This is what spurred me on today to come out with a float and obviously try some mullet. But they're literally all over, all in the shallows of this bay. I'm trying, that's all I can do. Oh, there's a mullet down there by my, there's a mullet by my bread. Right down there. Oh, I've put loads of ground bait down there. Come on, one mullet. I'll be happy with that. But look at the water, it's like glass. And I can see every mullet that comes up and feeds. Look at it. Absolutely like glass. Right, I've given it my best. I tried. So at least you got to see my setups of weeds really bad. But I don't want to waste this tide. So my best chances of getting a bit of content for this video is to get the lure rod out, pure and simple. Yeah, the weeds really clogging everything up. Look at it. Both rods are getting absolutely clogged with weed. So within this video, you're getting 3 aspects of fishing. So I'm going to basically go out now and give it a whirl on the lures. So stay tuned.
Big fan, mate.
Big fan, get in there. And we'll get the lures out, guys, and hopefully we could get a little bit of content for the video. Right, here we are, last chance saloon. Can I get a bass out this morning? I tried for the bass and mullet and it just wasn't happening for me, even though there was absolutely mullet everywhere. There's mullet, look at it, right in front of me. They're everywhere, but I just couldn't hook one. Tried my best. There's a lot of weed to the left of me, absolute stacks of it. But luckily, that little channel is breaking it up and keeping the weed that side, but it is slowly coming down here. We're not on high water yet. There's just mullet everywhere, it annoys you. Absolutely loads of them, they're everywhere. Can we get a basil? But no, it's been a beautiful morning out, it's not been cold. It is overcast. Oh, fish on guys, fish on. Fish on. That don't feel like a bass. Look at it go. I don't think this is a bass. I could be wrong again. God, blimey. Have we hit a basil? God, he's staying well down. Is that a bass? Have we got a bass? It looks like a bass. We've got a bass's head. Yeah, boy! Get in there! Right, let's get him on the mat, give him a measure. We'll put that bad boy back. Happy days. Was it worth the move? 100%. Absolute beauty. Tail on. 53, 54?
54, is he?
Yeah, about, yeah, 54. Yeah, 54 easily. Absolute beauty, guys. Let's go and get this bad boy back while we're on camera. He's angry as you like, look at him go. This one ain't hang about, I can tell you that now. Beautiful. Look at that. Totally worth the move. on the DLC measure mat.
Luck charm I am. Twice I've come down here.
There we go. I totally forgot to hold the fish up for the camera. But it's nice to see. To get one out, it's worth the effort coming out just for one. I'll just move them along a little bit. I'll have a quick flick here and I'll walk along the shoreline. Just keep moving. It went a little bit quiet where I was. But you're casting in between the weed. But it's a beautiful fish, 53 centimetres, happy with that. But lately I've seen no bow waves behind the lure, they've literally come from underneath. And you'd see them with how flat this water is, but it's just, I've not seen a bow raise behind the lures. Just gently working that lure, putting those pauses in there, because they do work. But I'll walk the whole side of this bail and I'll walk all the way back up and I'll fish all the way back up the other side. Probably got about an hour before high water now. But this water's probably no more than about 4 foot deep. Just gently working that lure. Disturbing that water. Little pools in that. I have found lately when I do put the pauses, oh weed, is that weed? When I put the pauses in, I am getting hit on the pools. Like I say, that Maybrook's going to come in and it's going to absolutely kill fishing in Poole. Look at that. It's aimed at the start of it. That'll ruin beach fishing, lure fishing. Let's go down to way to my right hand side. I'll leave that lure sat there for about a second or two. Just enough time. If there's a bass about, it'll hear it. But the water's quite clear, to be fair. A little bit of murk to it, but you can clearly see the bottom. Just leave that lure there for 1 or 2 seconds, and then just gently start. A retrieve. Let's see if we can get one more out for this morning. There's a couple of ones down here, there's only 2 down here. But the other bay's got loads of surface speed, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to hit it. That lure's working lovely. That's the end of my session. Wasn't too bad, we got 1 bass out. I need to go for a bit of a haircut, have some dinner. That's 3 different styles of fishing I tried this morning. 1 worked. 2 didn't, but it's all in the trying, and I will continue to chase a mullet now. I will always bring a mullet rod and a bit of bread, lob it out while I'm lure fishing, and we'll see what happens. So I hope you enjoyed that. 2 days of fishing, not been the best, but we got a bass out on the lure. So catch you soon guys, take care.